stay. For the taste of your life, what the world wants today.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing. Come.
People who like their leisure with Pepsi, the drink that's young. So go ahead.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. We are live, and everything is actually working out this time, so we're super excited about that. We'll be getting started here in about 5 minutes for the same game. We'll see you then.
Taste and reach the other's cold. Pepsi pours it on. Taste and reach the other's cold. Pepsi pours it on.
It's the Pepsi generation coming at you, going strong. Put yourself behind a Pepsi. If you're living, you belong. You've got a lot to live, and Pepsi's got a lot to give.
Us peppers are an interesting breed. An original taste is what we need. Ask any pepper and he'll say,
Only Dr. Pepper tastes that way.
there's carrying peppers, marrying peppers, diet peppers, quiet peppers. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? There's saluting peppers, tooting peppers. I'm a pepper man. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Ask a neighbor.
State Farm is there. Double your pleasure, double your fun with double good, double mint gum.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick than any other car this year?
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America is asking you to call.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man.
Thank you again so much for joining in. We'll be starting here in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And once again, since the winner tonight will be getting half of the proceeds to a charity of their choosing, if you would like to donate, go ahead and donate now to our theater, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. You can go to tinyurl.com/FresnelTheater-donate or on Venmo with @FresnelTheater. You can find all that information up, and if you just look around in the info of the video you're watching. Thank you again so much, and we look forward to pleasuring you tonight with some funnies and laugh and make-em-ups from a bunch of boozed-up improv comedians and 2 guests who don't know what's going to happen.
When you say but, you say you care enough to only want the king of beers. There is no other one, there's only something less, because the king of beers is leading all the rest. When you say but. Aren't you glad you used dial? Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you used dial? Aren't you glad?
The same game will be starting soon. Please consider donating at tinyurl.com/FresnelTheater-donate or at Venmo with @FresnelTheater. Half the proceeds from tonight's game will go towards the winner's charity of their choice. So that's what they're playing for. The more you donate, the more we can help out a lot of good people. Thank you so much. We can start here in about 60 seconds.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you want Kentucky Fried Chicken, you have to visit me.
In the dull and commonplace occurrences of day-to-day living, one thing stands out as a completely unique experience.
Get a fresh look every time you shave. Get a clean look every time you shave. The Gillette look is a real man shave. The freshest, cleanest shave of all.
Hello and welcome everyone to the same game. It's not the match game, but it is the same game. We've got a lot of great panelists for you tonight. Joining us first is Dianah Delaney.
Hello.
Welcome so much, Dianah. Also joining us, Julie Sinkoff.
Hello.
All the way from Manhattan, New York, it's Christopher Pearson.
I'm in Queens.
He's in Queens. So am I sometimes. Joining us from Maine, it's Eric Darrow-Worthy. All the way from Texas, it's Dave Wallace.
I'll be right with you. Yeah.
Okay. And Mel Gallagher.
Yay!
And for the first time, I'm not just your announcer, I'm also your host. Hey, everyone. We've got two great contestants tonight joining us. Coming from Richmond, Virginia, he's an HR consultant, and tonight he's playing for the Richmond Community Bail Fund. It's Aaron Gilly.
Hey, what's up, Matthew? Hey, everyone.
Hello, Aaron. He's a puppeteer from Long Beach, California, and he's playing for the ACLU. And if you ever get a chance, pick up his book, Birdcake. It's Miles Tabor. All right. The match game is filmed before a live Zoom audience. We're glad to have you here. So, everyone, how's everybody doing tonight? Just saying hello to everybody real quick. Yeah.
Super good. Super good.
So good.
Hello.
My therapist agrees.
All right, so before we get started, let's go ahead and let's just talk to a few people. Dianah, how are you doing? What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Dee Dee's lemonade.
Oh,
it's
we
a
all know
lot
how...
of vodka, a little bit of lemon.
Mm-hmm. Because you know what they say, when life gives you lemon, put some of it in vodka.
Make some Dee Dee's lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Send some over here.
Julie, what are you drinking tonight?
Today I have a pale cream ale called Buckle Bunny. It's from Texas. Has a really cute bunny butt on it.
You know, I'm pretty sure a certain Rambo would love that beer.
And it's called Getting Lucky. I'm not sure where in Texas. It's from San Antonio. I did know that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And Chris, I'm so excited to finally ask you this question. What are you drinking tonight?
Funny enough, I'm not drinking tonight, but I do have this Thayer's Rose Petal Facial Mist, so I am refreshed.
Refreshing.
Excellent. That Rose Petal Mist is
great.
It's part hand sanitizer, so you're getting something out of it. All right, without further ado, though, we'll check in with Eric, Dave, and Mel before we go. Just wanted to go ahead and the players know the rules, but we're going to go ahead and go over them with you all. We're going to play 3 games tonight. Each game is going to consist of 2 rounds. The winner after each game gets a point. If they win first of 2 games, wins. Aaron, beforehand, you won the coin toss. So you get to choose. Do you want A or B?
Let's go with A, Matt.
So we're going with A. All right. So here is your question. You got to fill in the blank and look for some sames. Panelists and Aaron, a group of geese is called a gaggle, but a group of comedians is called a blank. That's right. A group of geese is called a gaggle. A group of comedians is called a blank. Since I'm also here on screen, I also have to do our ad sponsors. Tonight's sponsorship comes from A to Z show with Amy and Jaja. Be sure to check it on Facebook, where every week Jaja teaches you a new word and what it means. It's a wonderful series for the whole family to enjoy, especially when parents have to explain some of the humor. But the A to Z show with Amy and Jaja. It looks like our contestants are starting to finish up here. All right, and let's go ahead now and head over to you, Aaron. A group of geese is called a gaggle. A group of comedians is called a blank.
Well, normally I'd say a group of comedians is called insufferable, but my answer is a giggle.
A giggle of comedians. A gaggle of geese, a giggle of comedians. Let's see if you got any sames here. Diana, what did you put on to there today?
Well, it's not a giggle, but it's a cluster.
I'm sorry, that is not a same.
Missing a word.
Julie, what did you get for this one?
You're very fortunate. I almost put a heckle, but I ended up putting a giggle.
Oh, there you go. That's one same for Aaron. Chris, what did you put down this time?
I am very excited for my first question, for my first time on the panel, to match. I said giggle.
Boom!
Yeah.
A bunch of firsts going on there. Eric, what did you have down?
It's an awkward silence.
That's fair.
It's true. If you're part of an improv group and you get onto a Zoom meeting, it's very awkward until it starts going. Dave, what'd you write down?
Well, I put down my favorite laugh search engine. And it'd be giggle.
A giggle. Excellent. Mel, you're the final panelist. What'd you write down here?
I tried to keep it alliterative. I put cheese.
Cheese. I'm sorry.
It's very close to alliteration. Very close.
I like that better.
Very close, but not enough there. But Aaron, you did same with Julie, Chris, and Dave, giving you 3 sames. And Miles, we're going over to you for the second question. You have to choose B. Here we go. You ready, Miles?
I'm ready.
Sammy the sumo wrestler said, I wasn't delivered by a stork. I was delivered by a blank. That's right. Sammy the sumo wrestler said, I wasn't delivered by a stork. I was delivered by a blank. Fun fact about this version of the theme song is we put it up just half a note. So that way it's not the exact one,
It's
but
a
it's
remix.
close enough. So while this is going on, Miles, how are things going in Long Beach? I haven't been out to the West Coast in a while.
Things are great. We're having a little bit of a heat wave here. Plus, half the state's on fire, but otherwise things are great.
Probably where the heat's coming from.
That might be related, yeah.
Well, that's the California attitude that I learned as well, is heat wave and half the state's on fire and things are fine. And we start thinking about, recalling a governor.
Has it been that long?
Well, I guess.
Wow.
I haven't been in California about 4 or 5 years now.
My goodness.
All right. Looks like all of our contestants, all of our panelists are ready to go here. So, Miles, Sammy the sumo wrestler said, I wasn't delivered by a stork. I was delivered by a blank.
Well, I'm going to assume that Sammy the sumo wrestler is a heavier gentleman. So I'm going to say he wasn't delivered by a stork. He was delivered by a crane.
By a crane. I love it. Let's go ahead. We're going to start with Eric. Eric, what did you write down? Did you get a same here?
Well, I figured Sammy was either a D&D player or a fan of Middle Eastern fairy tales.
Oh, wow.
So the Rock.
It's a big
yes, the giant seabird. Dave, what did you write down?
I originally went with tiger, then eagle, then crow, but ended up with crane.
Yes,
Nice.
that's a match, right? That's right. That's a same right there with Dave. Mel, what'd you write down?
Crane.
A crane. Excellent. That's another same. You're saming up the wazoo here. Chris Pearson, what did you write down?
Oh, let's end that streak. I'm sorry, Miles. Your answer was way better than what I came up with. I wrote giant diaper.
Because we all know the classic story of being delivered by a diaper.
Giant diaper.
A giant diaper, yes.
Picturing that anthropomorphic diaper now.
My life was going downhill, but then I was delivered by a diaper.
Oh.
Save me, diaper.
It pampers you. Julie, what did you go ahead? What did you write down today?
I hope you have some more room in your wazoo, because I also said crane.
Bingo, bongo, ha cha cha.
Language.
Diana,
Wazoo.
goes to you.
Well, I too thought he was a sumo wrestler, and I think Christopher is brilliant. So I wrote a diaper delivery man.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is not a same. But Miles and Aaron, you are both tied right now. Since you chose first in round 1, Aaron, Miles are going to choose first in round 2. Miles, right now, the only people you're trying to match with is Christopher, Diana, and Eric. So let's go ahead with, would you like A or B in round 2 of game 1?
Let's switch it up. I'll go for A this time.
All right. Ruby the redneck was so embarrassed.
How embarrassed was she?
After a night with her boyfriend, her neck was covered with blanks. Once again, Ruby the redneck was so embarrassed after a night out with her boyfriend, her neck was covered in blanks.
I'm glad I don't have to answer this question.
I'm glad I'm not part of that question.
Speaking of Ruby, this round is brought to you by Ruby Red Grapefruit Juice. If you ever saw grapefruit juice and said, hey, that should be redder, get some Ruby Red Grapefruit Juice. All right, let's go ahead. We're seeing, it looks like Diana, Christopher, and Diana, Christopher, and Eric are ready for this. Let's go to you, Miles. Miles, what is your answer to Ruby the redneck was embarrassed after a night with her boyfriend? Her neck was covered in blanks.
I believe there can only be one answer to this, and that is hickeys.
Hickeys.
That's good.
All right. Eric, let's go to you. What did you have written down this time?
Well, you know, sometimes you like step on them and they kind of embed themselves in the skin, and it's, yeah.
Auto caps. I'm sorry, that is not a saying. Christopher.
I actually almost wrote bottle cap marks as well. Hickeys is brilliant. I wrote Cheeto dust.
Cheeto dust. I'm glad you put in the Queen silent H from Cheeto.
Cheeto.
Yeah.
Cheeto.
It's called Cheetle?
Cheetah.
And Diana, what did you write down?
Oh man. Well, remember I'm from Belton. So
Good old Belton.
I wrote barbed wire.
I'm sorry, Miles. There was no sames in that one. But
sorry,
Aaron,
Miles.
you just have to get one same in this next round, and you win game number 1.
Hey, let's do it.
But before we get started, Aaron, how are you doing? Tell us a little bit about how's it going there in Virginia.
Matthew, it's going pretty well. Up until this week, I've been co-working with a cute 4-year-old who happens to be my daughter. And so that's made the quarantine challenging yet fun. But she's back in school as of this week. So I have a little bit of a respite during the day.
So what is it you do for a living? You work in HR. How does a 4-year-old handle HR?
She loves to hire and fire people. She's, monosyllabic actions are great for her.
I love it. All right, so Aaron, you get part B here. So you were trying to match right now with Mel, Eric, and Diana, I believe, for this round.
My 3 favorite people.
No, Diana, you wrote Kiss last time, so it's Dave.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Oh.
So that's how it works. I got to make sure I put down DI and DA. All right. So you're back trying to match with Eric, Mel, and Dave this round. Here's your question. Kraft is using a parody of a Beatles song for a new ad. The jingle goes, I want to hold your blank. Once again, Kraft is using a parody of a Beatles song for a new ad. The jingle goes, I want to hold your blank. So, Chris, you hosted the first 4 episodes of the show.
I
How
did.
does it feel to be on the one of the other sides of the triangle?
It's fun. It's fun to hang with the panelists. Have drinks with them. This is great. I very much enjoy it.
Oh. Well, don't enjoy it too much.
Because
Because at some point I'm going to want to go back to being the just announcer.
Fair enough.
Mhm,
I'll be
mhm.
back in your seat.
All
But you're
right,
doing
it
great.
looks like, thank you so much. I've even put on a button-down shirt.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Some people saw the tank top I have on underneath it, and the color can only be put as peach. So looks like everybody has put in there. Aaron, let's go ahead. We're going to you. Kraft is using a parody of the Beatles song for a new ad. The jingle goes, I want to hold your blank. Fill in the blank.
I think that if Kraft is going to be using that song, they're going to go with I want to hold your Mac.
I want to hold your Mac. All right, let's go ahead. And it looks like the first person up is Mel. Mel, what did you write down? You just need one match
I
to
kind
win
of want to
the
hear this song too. I want to hold your spam.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I did see that Mel wrote down hickeys. If only you had gotten it wrong with Mel the first time, Miles, you would have gotten down that point. No match, no same there with Mel. Let's go ahead now to Eric. What did you have down there?
Yeah, I had to try to catch the rhyme. I don't even know. Does Kraft do like Clamato clam juice or?
No, they don't.
Hold your clam. Got it.
All right.
So,
Dave, to you.
Funny story. He said Kraft. I heard glad. I've been drinking. Anyway, I want to hold your sandwich. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, that was a bust. We're going to go to a tiebreaker here for this round. And here's the tiebreaker round, which I have to go through and figure out because I wasn't expecting one. We're going to go ahead and do a very fun game of Miles and Aaron. Go find something purple in your house. Go.
Something purple.
Miles found something purple first.
Wow.
Miles wins the first game.
Yay.
That is 1 game to Miles.
That was impressive.
Yes.
Way to have
I was very impressed with
USB
that.
charger.
Yours was purpler, Aaron. I got to admit.
Hey,
Thanks, Miles.
I had a
doesn't
nickel
matter
for
how
I might
purple
say
your
that.
marker
Yeah.
is.
I want to
This
hold your
matters what you
sandwich.
write with. And I want to hold your sandwich. The weird thing is I'm going to keep singing I want to hold your clam for the rest of the evening.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, let me know how that works out.
Well, talk to my wife. All right, so Miles, you're going to start us off in this next game. You're up. You win this game. You win the whole night. And if not, we go to a tie-breaking third game. So, do you want A or B, Miles?
I would like B, please. It's been good to me.
All right. Here we go with number B, Miles. Not number B, letter B.
Letter B, man.
The newest trend in Texas cuisine isn't biscuits and gravy. It's biscuits and blank. And while that's going on, let's take a moment to talk to the other people of the panel. Eric, how you doing? What are you drinking tonight?
I got a whiskey and ginger tonight.
Hey, that's my go-to drink.
Nice.
When I'm not drinking Rolling Rock, the beer that's suited for green screen. What about you, Dave? What are you drinking tonight?
I'll be drinking that New Belgian Voodoo Juicy Haze IPA, baby.
Oh, every time. One of these days we're going to get paid for saying it. And Mel, who is that in the background?
That's that's one of my kids. Yeah, one of my kids.
No, Mel, what are you drinking tonight?
Honestly, water. Sorry.
Perfect. That's
it's
fine.
filtered.
Oh, it's
We don't
filtered.
know that. We don't know it's water.
Yeah, it's filtered. All right. We're going to go ahead now, and it looks like everybody is ready to go. So once again, Miles, the newest trend in Texas cuisine isn't biscuits and gravy. It's biscuits and blank.
I believe the Texas version of that dish is biscuits and guns.
Biscuits and guns.
Delicious.
So let's go ahead and we'll start with somebody from Belton, Texas. We'll go to Dianah Delaney. What do you have written down there, Dianah?
Miles. You need to come see me in Belton because we're going to have some beef.
Biscuits and beef. All right. There's still a lot of game left. Let's go to the other Texan here. Let's go to Dave Wallace. Dave, what did you write down?
Well, Diane and I are pretty much on the same wavelength. It's just that mine has a little bit more flavor to it. It's biscuits and barbecue.
Oh. All right. Let's go ahead now and let's go to Julie.
I'm also following on that wavelength. I said barbecue.
Eric, what did you have written down there?
Eric didn't write anything down. He's frozen.
Oh,
I was thinking of reusing one, but frozen.
You're fine. Ish. We'll come back to you, Eric.
He's playing at 5 frames per second.
Chris Pearson, what you have written down? We'll come back to Eric.
Well, I've never been to Texas, so I just went with like cartoon stereotypes, and I wrote biscuits and oil.
Biscuits and oil. All right. Mel, what do you have written down there?
I wasn't even thinking that they were both liquids or solids. I put beers.
Biscuits and beers.
If you're doing the gravy right, it's a solid. I'm just saying.
All right, Eric, it looks like you picked up a little bit. What did you have written down there? Biscuits and steak.
Also beef.
Oh, yeah. That's how it happens. Our test runners for this today said biscuits and briskets. So there is no same to this, but that just means in round 2 you get to match with everybody.
Okay.
Try to same with everybody. So Aaron, we're going to you with question A. Here we go with question A. Becky raised her baby while watching The Simpsons. Not surprisingly, the baby's first word was blank. Once again, Becky raised her baby while watching The Simpsons. Not surprisingly, the baby's first word was blank.
I love this question.
Oh, thank you so much. I wrote it. I'd like to take a moment once again to go ahead and say, if you feel like throwing a couple bucks our way, we'd love it. You could go to our Venmo, which is Fresnel Theater, or go to tinyurl.com/Fresnel Theater donate. And half the money that we raise tonight will be going to a charity of our winner's choice with a minimum of $25. Even if we don't make $25, the Fresnel Theater will cover the rest. So we'd like, if you can help us out, the more money we raise, the more money that goes to charity. So if you feel so inclined, help us out. We've got money going to the Richmond Community Bail Fund if Aaron wins, or the ACLU if Miles wins. All right, it looks like everybody is turned on and turned in. Let's go ahead now. Aaron, what did you say to Becky raised her baby while watching The Simpsons? Not surprisingly, the baby's first word was blank.
I know that if I was the one who was being raised, my first words probably would have been doe.
Doe. A deer. A female deer. Now let's see if anyone matched. Mel, what did you write down?
Doe.
Mel wrote doe. That is that's the same. All right, Dave, what did you get there?
You know, dough upside down is ayad, but it is actually dough.
All right, thank you so much. Dave gets another point there for Aaron. Eric, what'd you write down? Another dough. All right, Chris Pearson, what did you write down?
As you mentioned earlier, it'd be great if people could donate.
Donate. Yes, we would love that. Julie, what did you write down here?
Dough.
Another dough. Diana, are we going to make it a clean sweep?
It's a dough.
It's a clean sweep.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So Miles, you're the only person who's going to get a question in this next round and the next round of game 1.
Okay.
You have to match with everyone to cause a tiebreaker. Do you want question A or question B, Miles?
I'll take question B.
Question B. Here you go. My grandma got confused when I told her to reboot her computer. She went out and bought new blank. Once again, my grandma got confused when I told her to reboot her computer. She went out and bought some new blanks. All right. Well, they're writing that down. Let's go ahead and talk to Aaron. Aaron, you're the first person to clean sweep around. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, and I hope it gets brought up on every subsequent episode of this show.
It will, and you can post it on your LinkedIn, on your Tumblr,
next to his profile,
your high five.
Yeah. Right next to this picture. Yeah.
Everything.
I'm gonna put it in my AIM away messages.
Do it.
Ooh, AOL.
Mm-hmm. Just put a picture of it and a note in it every time you upload something to Kazaa.
Nice. We're a LimeWire family. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Napster, hello.
That's how it works. Kazaa and LimeWire tearing people apart. All right. So, Miles, my grandma got confused when I told her to reboot her computer. She went out and bought new blanks.
She
What'd
went
you
out
write down, Miles?
and bought new shoes.
New shoes. All right, let's start with Diana this time. See if we got the same. If there's ever
Remember where I'm from?
Uh-huh.
I'm saying Ropers.
That's gonna be we're gonna count that as the same. We're gonna count that as the same. Julie.
Boots.
Oh, boots. We're gonna count that as the same as well. Christopher Pearson.
I think this counts. I wrote Uggs.
Uggs. Gonna check with the judges.
It's a shoe.
They're gonna take it. Yeah. Eric.
Boots.
Boots. All right, Dave.
I Can't Wait, which is a song by New Shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah.
And then in parentheses, boots. All right, Mel. Take it on home, cause a tie break. Boot. Boot. You don't, again, a sweep. A sweep. I'm going to have to make this more ridiculously hard. Miles and Aaron, go find me a container of salt. And while they're trying to find a container of salt,
Aaron's like ready.
Well, they're trying to find a container of salt to see who wins this.
This is our salt shaker.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep.
All right. It looks like Miles found the salt first. Aaron, did you have salt there?
It would have taken me minutes to get to it, so that was no contest.
Oh, so you know the problem with that is, Aaron, is you didn't go and find salt, and Miles won the tiebreaker the first time as well.
Yeah,
and he won the second tiebreaker as well.
Yeah, it's something, isn't it?
It is something, ain't it?
Like borrow my salt.
So, you know, we could call this just a full-on tie and just go on to a round 3 if you want, or we could call it for Miles. I'm going to give it up to you, Aaron, to decide.
You know what?
Round
I respect the rules of the game. I would love to play round 3, but also don't want your pity either.
Oh, snap.
That's fair. So, you know what we're going to do is Miles Tabor is tonight's winner. Miles Tabor is tonight's winner. We will go ahead and we will play the round 3 just for fun.
Okay.
All right. Just for fun here. Nice. This is for the pride of everything, because the tiebreak of go find things, and Miles is like a Mr. Mistopheles pulling anything from behind that curtain.
I live in Southern California. My apartment is not giant.
And I agree with you, Aaron. It would take me minutes because I am in a basement right now. Watch this. I'm going to turn off my virtual background. Yeah, that's just some towels. That is some towels that I have hanging behind me in a basement. All right. So, Aaron, would you like to go first or second in this round?
I'll go first.
All right. Do you want A or B?
Let's stick with A.
All right, Aaron. This was kind of my risque question.
Ooh, you'd be the right person.
A new biopic of Lance Armstrong is coming out. It's called Big Tires, Little Blanks.
You got 3 snorts out of me today, by the way.
Yep. So this one's just for fun and just for giggles. New biopic of Lance Armstrong is coming out. It's called Big Tires, Little Blanks. Let's go ahead. And once the panelists have their stuff in, they're going to look up at the camera and make eye contact with it. And that way I know it's done. You see, that's what we do here instead of raising a hand or having a buzzer, because I don't have an OBS thing set up. And everybody is now looking at me angrily. And so I'll stop the camera, stop the music. And Aaron, Lance Armstrong's new biopic is titled Big Tires, Little What?
I think the obvious answer has to be Little Ball.
Little Ball. Singular. Thank you for keeping it right. Let's go ahead. Chris Pearson, what'd you write down for this?
Yeah, I also made sure to keep it right because I said ball, not plural.
That is one same for Aaron. Eric, what'd you write down? Little Needles. Little Needles. That is not a same. Dave, what did you have put down?
Name. That's awesome. I went with Little Morals.
Little Morals. Oh, that's how it goes. Mel, Lance Armstrong, Big Tires, Little What?
All right, so that 30 seconds was rough. I put T, like low T.
Little T. Yeah. Big Tires, Little T. What are you gonna do? I like it. Julie, what'd you write down?
I put little Live Strong bracelets.
Oh, I remember when those were a thing.
Bracelets.
Diana, what did you write down for this one?
Ball.
There you go. That's two sames to Aaron. Miles,
Thank you, Diana
let's
and
see if
Christopher.
you could just prove that you're the champion of champions here.
Gotta dominate.
You gotta dominate. Yeah. And Aaron, your comment when I said Miles was the second contestant, your comment was I will crush him. Well, let's see what happens. Here's yours. Dumb Donald is so dumb.
How
dumb
is he?
When he bought new appliances, he also bought a tiny surfboard so he could use his blank. That's right. Dumb Donald is so dumb. When he bought new appliances, he also bought a tiny surfboard in order to use his blank. Miles, what I like about yours is you have half a green screen.
Yeah.
The other half looks like a classroom in the Philippines.
I gotta keep it real, but also keep it beautiful.
It looks like a window, like you're.
On
What
one
did it look
side,
like
you're,
when I exited through it a minute ago?
on one side, you're footloose and fancy free. On the other side, you're holding your county number.
It's like my studio has a mullet.
All right, it looks like everybody is about ready to turn in here. So, Miles, to you, Dumb Donald was so dumb. When he bought new appliances, he also bought a tiny surfboard so he could use his blank.
Oh.
What'd you write down? What'd you say, Miles?
So he could use his internet connection to surf the web.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Nice
Internet
paragraph.
to
Great
surf
answer.
the web. Mel, we're gonna go to you first. What'd you write down?
I put surf to the fridge.
Surf the fridge. Dave, What did you write down as the
I
dog
wrote
comes in
down-
and sits on the couch?
I wrote down the correct answer. Tiny gets a microwave.
Microwave.
Ah.
A surfboard for his microwave.
Yep.
Eric, what did you write down?
You know, I figured out the microwave joke just a little bit too late. It's coasters.
Coasters. Chris, what did you write down?
I finally, luckily I got to microwave, but I almost said ocean spray cranberry juice.
Nice.
That was one of our sponsors earlier on.
Yes.
Ruby red.
Julie, what did you write down?
See, Dave's answer was correct, but I think mine is also correct. I said Whirlpool, as in Whirlpool appliances.
So you've been surfing
That's
a lot
how it
then.
goes. Diana, what did you write down? Microwave. All right. So, Miles, just be glad you won those 2 tiebreakers, because if you hadn't, ACLU would be down at least $25. So, once again, feel free to donate. Venmo at Fresnel Theater, tinyurl.com/Fresnel Theater donate. If you're wondering how to spell that, just look up at the video that's being shared. That's how you spell it. And that'll help you out. But we've got to thank a lot of people that we had today. I want to go ahead and thank our wonderful contestants today. We're just going to turn off their cameras. They're not going to go away, because afterwards we're going to chat for a bit. So don't turn them off yet. I got to call you out first. Come back. All right. So I'm going to play this. There we go. And now you turn off your camera when I say your name. Let's thank our contestant tonight, Miles Tabor, all the way from Long Beach, California.
Bye. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you so much, Miles. Our winner tonight. He was our winner tonight. Our runner-up tonight from Richmond, Virginia. Give it up for Aaron Gilly.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Now it's time to talk to our panelists. Give it up for the wonderful, the one, the only, the double D, the Dianah Delaney. I'm just going to tell you right now, if there's a fridge on, I prefer a sink off.
Oh.
Give it up for Julie Sink Off from Jersey Shore. He's into Queens the same way I'm into Jacks. Give it up for Chris Pearson.
Hi, everyone.
The wonderful, the powerful, the person with the Hawaiian shirt and the dog in the background. It's Dave Wallace. And as they say, if your earrings aren't working, try triangle. It's the wonderful one and only Mel Gallagher. And coming to you from probably 3.5 miles away from where I am right now.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. My very good friend and my wife's improv partner. Give it up for Eric Double Darrow Worthy.
Thank you, Matt. Have a good night.
Thank you. And once again, I'm Matt Russell. I was your host tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, I'm glad you did. If you didn't enjoy it, well, that's on you, because we had fun. Once again, find us on Venmo at Fresnel Theater, or find us online at tinyurl.com/Fresnel Theater donate to help us out. Not only are we helping out these charities, we're also helping our theater run. With the COVID pandemic happening right now, we're seeing theaters shut down left and right. And it's not just improv comedy. It's not just stand-up. It's not just plays. It's not just music. We're seeing high schools losing band programs. We're seeing high schools losing theater departments. We're seeing high schools losing athletics departments. So every little bit you can do to help out and to help encourage going forward with some form of arts in any way it can helps. So thank you so much. And see you next Thursday. Bye, everybody.